Tonight's episode of the 31st Lap Podcast is brought to you by Demico, Chrysler, Dodge Jeep, and Ram, serving the Finger Lakes since 1963. And Creekside Entertainment, for your DJ, karaoke, and photo booth needs, think Creekside. And DirtTrackDigest.com, if it's on dirt, it's on Dirt Track Digest.
This is the 31st Lap Podcast, recorded live in the studios of FingerLakes1.com in downtown Seneca Falls, New York. And now, your host, Chris Marquardt.
Good afternoon, good evening, good day. Thanks for joining us on the 31st Lap. That is Richie here coughing already in the background.
Way to start the show there, dummy.
Yeah. Well,
The rule
better
number-
than the alternative.
What a retard.
Rule number one, start the show clean. Rule number one,
Broken.
broken right off the top.
Hey, really, have we
Right.
followed a single rule since we started?
No, not
Okay.
really.
And Bombas, while we're on this, you were way better at home last week, so stay there.
Did you
Wow.
listen to the show from last week?
No.
It was that you actually had a very good segment, and I'm not even breaking your chops.
This is the 31st.
I decided not to listen when I heard that you guys were freaking goofing on me. So
I was.
What do I need to? What the hell do I need to listen to?
What were we
him
talking
for?
about? Soup? How much you love soup?
Soup's freaking awesome.
I said I love Eastern States. Bombas loves soup.
This is episode number 94 of the 31st Lap Podcast, coming to you, as you heard in the open, from FingerLakes1.com studios
It's possible.
in downtown Seneca Falls. Often, what was it? Often imitated, never
Never
duplicated.
duplicated.
31st Lap?
Yep.
Is that how it goes?
The greatest
I'm pretty
podcast.
certain that's
Especially,
how it goes.
especially,
On the internet.
at least in the Finger Lakes.
Yes.
Behind Winged Nation, Mike.
Yes.
Don't
Behind
forget
Winged
Nation's the
that.
best.
Yes.
Huh?
It's we're the
So
second
we're the
greatest.
second greatest show on dirt.
And that's Pat Reiser.
Yep.
Joining
Welcome,
us.
Pat. Hey, Pat.
Pat joining us for the first
Hey,
time
if you
on.
want to talk, you
Paul
gotta,
Reiser's
you gotta,
kid.
yeah, you gotta grab the microphone and talk into it. Don't be scared.
This is how it works.
Yeah,
you
just
gotta-
like that.
You're used to doing it, so just grab it and.
Oh, okay.
You gotta get right up on it.
And that comes from one of the best with a microphone
Yeah.
near his
And-
mouth. So
And just so everybody knows, Pat is here as part of an intern program with Dirt
Yeah.
Track Digest.
He's
He'll be
interning.
joining us here.
Yeah.
So he's, if you have a slip for me to sign later, I'd be happy to do it for you.
Get his
sign
hour?
off on my hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
sign out on his hours.
I'd be happy to do that for you.
I can see that substitute teacher in you coming out right now, Chris.
I was gonna have to crack some skulls with one of those little princesses. I was like, "Hey, Lance Bass, enough being catty." Anyway, Mike, how was your week? You know, this is the first time we've been able to get together since Eastern States.
I love Eastern States.
Quick, wow, that was
Everybody drink.
Yeah,
I told everybody if they want to have a fun, adult beverage game, to listen to the 31st lap from 2 weeks ago. Last time we were on the air, and every time I say I love Eastern States, enjoy your adult beverage. You'll get through about 20 minutes of the show.
They would have maybe. They would have had a better time drinking every time there was a caution lap at Eastern States.
Well,
They'd have got farther in the drinking anyway.
you know what's funny? Your dumbass wasn't there, and neither was yours. So neither one of you had anything to
That
complain
was
about.
exactly
If I
what I
want-
was there. It
right.
sucked.
Shut up. You're an idiot.
If I wanted to watch caution laps, I'd have watched friggin' NASCAR.
Yeah.
You're both
At least
idiots.
they take commercials.
Yep.
John, you're all fired up tonight.
Yeah,
Man.
we've been ripping on each other for the last hour online or on the way out. So
Bombas. Brian
Well,
Sipple.
I'm glad everybody was able to make it. Brian Sipple's got some texts. We've also got World Finals. We've got that up
Yeah.
kind of in the background, so
We
we'll
got
be able to
live
give you
feed
some
from
updates
that.
on that.
Danny Holt.
And a little later on, we're going to be getting hold of Sportsman Division winner Bob Henry on the Creekside Entertainment
modified
hotline.
winner at BlackRock.
Or, excuse me, modified winner.
There you go. It's okay.
I'm pretty sure I got that wrong in his
Yeah,
tag.
yeah, that's fine. Won't be the first time. We
Nope.
expect nothing less.
Good.
If it was a demo derby, would have gotten it right.
You got that
Yeah,
right.
you guarantee that.
No doubt. No doubt. And then Donnie Lawson's going to be backing us up after that. No.
Yep.
Or correct me on that one.
No, you're right. He's actually the sportsman champion at
Sportsmanship
BlackRock
champion.
and the modified champion at Woodhall. You got that? You got it handled? You good? Okay. Did you get a haircut? Wow. Look at you.
Yep. I think it was the first one since the start of the season.
Yep. Take your hat off so you're not going to look like, you're going to have the Kramer look going from Seinfeld.
I don't,
Wow.
I don't have to donate a hat this week.
No.
I got your hat in the car.
We'll work that out later.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. Wow. Never mind.
Just leave it alone, Chris.
Special thanks to all the folks who helped make the 31st lap happen. D'Amico, Chrysler, Dodge Jeep, Creekside Entertainment, Dirt Track Digest. Thanks to all those guys. So you want to break down Eastern States before we get the boys on the phone, or what?
Yeah, we can.
really.
Shut up, John, you dork.
They had a lot of cautions.
No, you know what?
The end.
Think yellow. That's really all you need to say.
Good story.
You know, I'm not all that impressed with you, either one of you this evening. I think you're both idiots.
The feeling's mutual. It's okay.
I'm fine with it. I have credentials to prove my idiocy, all right? What do you got?
I'm so good at being an idiot, I don't need credentials.
Yeah. Listen, I don't care about not being nice. I got enough friends.
Yeah, listen, if you came here,
Is that rule number 2 on the show?
yeah, if you came here
Yes.
to see nice,
You're in the
go
wrong
home.
show, buddy, on the wrong show.
It's only week 1 of my internship, so.
Yeah. He's not,
You'll get it figured out.
You're allowed to talk when spoken to at this point, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, there you go. Now you're getting it.
Listen,
Wow.
I'm just glad there's somebody else here to beat on besides me.
Oh, well, I don't beat on you. I beat on John.
Thank God he came back.
I know. Even when he wasn't here, I beat on him.
He's
He don't
still
care.
not. He's
He
still
don't
not
care.
here.
He's not even here. He's got the racing on in the background. The only guy I know goes to 100 races online every year.
100 races from his couch.
That's yeah, and that's
That's-
if the bulb doesn't blow in the TV.
If
It's a racing show.
the bulb doesn't blow in the TV.
That's not even funny.
They go. Oh, Saturday night, about midway through the first B main. Boom.
Oh,
But yeah, Eastern States was a great time as always. Stuart
Look
Friesen.
at John. Look at John. He's riveted.
I know. Stuart Friesen. Obviously, at this point, you know Stuart Friesen won the Saturday portion, the small block race, and then Sunday went to none other than, shockingly, I can't believe this guy would win at Middletown, Brett Hearn. So it was a tire wear race on Sunday. He made it on one tire. Tommy Meyer also made it on one tire, but not many other guys making it on one tire. So for me, I enjoy the entertainment of, I had the radio scanner going, so that helps too. You can listen to the guys talk about, Hearn, there was a caution with about 12 laps to go, and he goes, I don't know if we're going to make it.
Yeah, I heard he got a little rattled at the end.
Yeah, he was getting rattled because Heinley kept pulling up next to him and
damn it.
and burn it, like throwing the car sideways, keeping heat in the tire because he pitted later to get,
Yeah, he
that
took
makes sure.
one.
Yeah, he took a tire, so it made it that much more entertaining to have a guy with a tire, guy without. So it was good weekend. I have no complaints. Last weekend kind of blew.
It's a good thing I picked him.
Yeah. What?
Look at the screen. John, you care to join us at some point?
John, you here?
Would you like to know the results from time trials at Charlotte?
No.
No, I don't care.
Nobody cares.
This is a racing show.
Right. Nobody cares about time trials.
Yeah, we all
They
know
suck.
race fans hate time trials.
It's, time trials suck.
You know the only thing worse than watching time trials? Having somebody read me time trial results.
It's like watching the caution laps of freaking Orange County.
That's close.
At least there's multiple cars on the track
Right.
instead of one.
And that's a close third.
I think it's
up.
crap like this that's opened the door for other people to do podcasts about racing in the area.
They're still not this funny, so it doesn't matter.
No.
There's not another show. You're kidding yourself.
Ooh. I didn't go there. I'm just
Nope,
drinking a coffee.
That wasn't me.
I'll back it up.
Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I came to win. I don't mean that's a sin.
Okay, enough
Yeah.
of that.
No,
House
carry
of
on.
Pain.
That's a good
All right.
tune.
That's a good tune.
That's
Good
a
tune.
very good tune. Jump around.
What?
Go,
And then,
tell me more about Eastern
Eastern
States.
no, let's talk
Let's
about
get
last
to the-
weekend
no.
and how the weather sucked.
The weather sucked, but let's go back to
Eastern
Buchetti.
Actually, it really wasn't all that bad.
Oh,
You were there.
Oh, that was-
I've seen video, but it's
it was as good as the video.
It wasn't that bad in my house.
From his
I don't know. I never saw any rain on Saturday.
No, between the where were we? What's the Ecstasy or whatever the name of the bowling alley is? Destination.
Well, I got all the way to Whitney Point.
I don't know what it's
Got all the
called.
way down to Whitney Point and then turned around and went back to Syracuse and then went to Revolutions at the mall.
Revolutions.
And we
Yeah,
ended up
close
at Dave
enough.
and Buster's at like 2 in the
Dave and
morning.
Buster's is awesome. That is the greatest.
How's the soup?
The soup at Revolutions was pretty good. I had French onion.
See, I wasn't making it up.
And next week, John Baumus stars in a new podcast called Soup.
Talk
I can't
Soup.
have
Oh, wait,
Talk
they already
Soup.
made
That was
that
already
show.
taken.
They already took that show. Yeah, but the weather's
This
Saturday.
is the Me channel. Talk
The
Soup.
Me channel, yeah. Yeah, so that kind of stunk last week, but they moved it. If you're, going racing, you want to go racing this weekend, 5 mile points racing.
At some point, Krista said, "Yes, John.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll spend the rest of my life with you."
Poor woman.
Can't blame her. I'm freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That is such a
That
matter
sound-
of opinion
it
that
sounds
I
like me
disagree
sitting at
with.
home by myself in the mirror trying to figure out how awesome I am. I'm awesome.
How often do you do that, Malik?
On a regular basis.
Every morning,
Figures.
right before he
Yeah,
leaves
and
for
his
work.
roommate can vouch for that.
My grandma's listening to this show, I think. Be nice.
Is she still worried about your sight?
No. No, my sight. Oh, that's a good one. That was good. I got it. Took a second. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to talk racing at some point today?
Yeah,
or we
you were
just
going
gonna
to tell
blow
me
us for
something
half
about
an
how
hour?
awesome the Becchetti deal
Oh,
was.
that was entertaining.
And I only asked because I've seen the video and it's got...
Yeah, it had it. Obviously, we know, let's use the old phrase, racing is a heated sport. It's emotional. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm curious what really happened because I didn't see the incident.
I didn't see the wreck because it was behind the haulers. You can't. It's turn 2. I was over in turn 4 up pretty good high. I could see everything else, but what was going on over there? So he, basically there was contact, and I think it goes back to Syracuse because they had contact at Syracuse too. So you add all that in there. Here we go. So he gets out of the car, walks down the track. Well, first he whips the steering wheel at him, and you see that bounce off the car. And then him and another guy grab rocks or mud or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go with rocks, and then they throw those at him. So, then the official gets there, and obviously you saw the official get the old shove job to the ground.
Yeah, he got dumped.
I will say this. I do know for a fact that Andy Becchetti did call that official on the phone and made sure he apologized for his actions and all that. So I'm not saying what he did was right or anything like that, but I do know that he did make the phone call. And at least manned up and said, "Hey, I screwed up. I shouldn't have done that," and apologized.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to put Becchetti on blast. I was just curious what had happened.
It was, at Middletown there, it's tough racing. It's tight racing because once the track rubber's up, you're battling for the better groove, and that's what happens. There was an incident
Is
between.
there feedback in your?
I don't
headset?
have any feedback.
Oh, it's that.
We're listening to the World Finals on
Yeah.
John's
Turn it
computer.
down.
We still hear you.
Turn it down.
Can you hear it? I did turn it down.
Turn it off. You're watching time trials, for
Yeah.
Christ's sake.
Yeah, you're good
This
there.
is how
Leave it there.
pathetic
You're
he
good.
is.
You're good. Leave it there. You're fine there.
This is what he'll do. He'll be like, "Oh, did you know that Craig Delansky time trial 27th out of 52 cars?" No, I don't care either.
I didn't say that because I don't care about Craig Delancey.
Oh, Brady Bacon. Sorry.
He's in Arizona.
The microphone's on this side of the couch.
Yeah, John don't even care though. He don't care. I'm happy it came. Well, actually, I'm happy Krista came because she drove.
Yeah, you didn't have to drive.
There.
I know exactly.
Pay no attention.
There, hey, look at that. He actually got the microphone. We do have a couple of guests coming up, like we mentioned.
Yeah, Bob Henry.
Here in a bit. We had a good time with him. He
how
was
about
actually
that?
at Dave and Buster's, and we found out who was it? John Tiff or somebody's like, "Hey, Bob Henry's here" on Facebook, and we found him. Poor guy didn't know what he was in for.
Bob's a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time.
I like
Yeah,
Bob.
I actually got a chance to chat with his the long lost girlfriend that I.
Oh, really?
You remember that?
Yeah.
Let's just say we were out at.
Boy, what a night.
What was it? It was snow out, so it had to be Parts Peddler.
It was.
Parts Peddler.
No.
Or
No, it was the spring show. It was the Gator show.
Gator
And we
show.
ended up in Oswego.
no, it wasn't Oswego. It's Cicero. I know exactly where it
Cicero,
is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where it
TGI
is.
Fridays.
I'm not even going to pretend
And we
to know
were
where it
getting
is.
adult beverages, and I got a really tall one.
It's called a Brutus.
Yeah, so she put it down. The bartender or the waitress put it down in front of me, and I didn't realize it. And I went to grab it, like I just turned to reach for where my other one was. I didn't realize this one was a little bit closer, and I hit it, boom, and the whole thing poured all over his girlfriend. I mean, all over her.
And she was already in a good mood.
Oh yeah, and I just made her day so much better, so much better. I felt like a dork, but it was funny. It's a good story now.
I thought I was the only one that remembered that.
No,
You look like a dork.
Okay.
Like
I've got a way with women, Mike.
who's that news to, John? Really? I mean, that's
You
not
wanted me to pull the microphone over, so I did.
okay. It's breaking news that I look like a dork.
John,
Way to go.
John, time trials. Go back to that.
Thanks for the post on Dirt Track Digest. I saw that today.
Yeah, I took care of it.
Yeah, that was cool.
Every now and then, I get motivation.
That was nice. And then we're going to be catching up with Donnie Lawson. Donnie Lawson,
Yeah.
a power in the Southern
This year
Tier.
had a great season. Great season. So yeah, it looks to be a good time.
When are we
Good time.
getting which one?
Bob Henry first, 7:30.
Right now.
Right
At
now.
this very second.
Now that we've been busting chops for
It
15
is
minutes and
7:30.
talked 4 minutes of racing, we can. But that's usually how we open the
Let's
show. Anyways,
turn
we like to
the
have a
page.
little. We like to have a little fun
Yeah.
and enjoy ourselves. Shift gears, if you will. There you go. Or even if you won't, Leon Andrews.
We're going to do it.
Yeah. You know, it's Friday night at 5 Mile Point. I don't know anyone who went. John didn't go, but what a sportsman race.
I heard it was pretty good.
It was amazing. I mean, Brian White won. Claude Hutchings, congratulations on them picking up the championship with ROC Sportsman. There it is. Took a second.
Got it.
I had to work the brain. There's not much in there. You know, there's a lot of empty space.
You
So I
gotta
find it.
Yeah, you got to dig back a little bit sometimes.
So, you know, it was a great race between him and Tyler Dipple. Tyler Dipple had a flat right rear for about 12 laps, and he held the lead. It was impressive.
With a flat right rear?
Since I saw him Saturday night, every time the story has gone up in laps.
I think it was 25 Saturday
Just
night.
for the record.
It
started out at 4 laps.
No, it was longer than that. It was between 10 to 15.
I don't care. You run one lap with a flat right rear. That's impressive.
No, jeez.
It's kind of like watching midget racing.
Watching
like what-
time trials.
Yeah, and you're talking about us about Storm. But anyways, joining us
The
here.
tires are out.
How about we talk to our guests now, John? How about we do that? You know what? You just sit there, watch the World Finals, and we'll actually have the show.
Turn around and talk to your person.
Yeah, see? So joining us on the Creekside Entertainment Hotline right now is none other than your Blackhawk winner here from a couple weeks back, Bob Henry. And Bob Henry, how we doing tonight?
Good. How are you guys?
Yeah, I got no complaints. No complaints. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good.
Took him 4 days. He feels better now.
But so, take us through that win at Black Rock Speedway a few weeks back. Obviously, always nice to get a big end of the season victory.
Yeah, it's nice to get a victory anytime for sure. But we got spun on lap 7 and had to go to the rear, and we had a little harder tires on than everybody else, and everybody started slipping and sliding there, and we just stayed hooked up and able to get to the win.
Very nice, very nice. Off season now, or are you going to do some more racing?
We're going to go to 5 Mile Point Saturday. We're on the pole for that first non-qualifiers race. I guess that's what you get for being the first car out during the Super Nationals. So we'll go to that and see how it goes there. And we're actually thinking about going to the Gobbler. But in between then, we're going to have a booth at the Parts Peddler, and that's about it. So
I know we talked on Saturday night. You talked about some things that you got going on right now, with a muffler design or something that you're coming up with that you're trying to get approval for.
Yeah, we hopefully got the process started now to get dirt car approved, but we've had a lot of clients. We went public with it this year. We had a lot of clients throughout the year with the ROC level and open type tracks, and it's going pretty good, and we're expanding a little bit, and like I said, trying to get dirt car approved. We actually just shipped something out to Indianapolis this morning for a midget, a USAC midget, and hopefully can tap into that market. And, that's what I want to do for a living at some point. And if it helps me try to race a little more, that's why I probably didn't race as much. I was concentrating on that much this year. I was concentrating on that deal and trying to go to tracks and talking to people and, whatever. But we actually got some racing in, and it was good to be back behind the seat for sure.
Did you talk to Bob about that incident from years ago?
Yeah, we chatted with it because actually I saw him. I said hi, and I said, "Hey, where's your girlfriend?"
Yeah.
And then
then it
he
went from
mentioned
there.
that she was down at the other end, and I went down and sat next to her. I'm like, "How you been?" She's like, "Don't spill beer on me."
Is that what she said?
So we had our chat about it. We're good now. We're
Good.
We go way back now. So, but
Yeah, she's actually sitting right here.
well, tell her I said hello, and don't worry, I won't spill anything on her.
He's gonna dump a glass of water on the floor just to break the ice.
Mike says hello. He's not going to spill any beer on here tonight.
Hi, thanks.
That is awesome. That's awesome. But tell us a little bit about what made you decide to get into the muffler business. Like, how did you get into designing that and going through that and starting that up?
Well, it's kind of how it happened. A couple of years ago, we were sick of buying some stuff that broke or didn't work or whatever, and I was sitting down with my father, and we said, how come everybody tries to build a muffler to not lose horsepower or not gain anything? How come nobody ever builds one that would, quiet the car, and you have to have a muffler on a race car and most sanctioned bodies or whatever? How come nobody ever tries to build horsepower with one? I don't know. Well, let's try this, and that. And my father has a dyno, so we're able to do a bunch of testing with it, and that's kind of how we came up with it. And we tested with the stuff for a couple of years. I didn't really even tell anybody I was doing it. I did, with a couple of guys around our own stuff, and it went pretty well, and we had some good results, and it just kind of snowballed from there. We went down to the area auto show last January, and got a lot of good feedback and got some customers out of it, and got a lot of people running it, and nobody really has any complaints, and it's all food grade stainless, and just try to build the nicest stuff we can. I guess it's a little expensive for some people's taste, but that's what you get when you're using such high quality materials. But it's just kind of where the idea came from. And I'm just a welder and fabricator by trade, and so we're able to make the stuff and buying equipment, and hopefully get into the headers eventually. But kind of went backwards. Most people do headers then mufflers, but it's just kind of how it happened, and hopefully everything keeps growing.
Where can people find out about that? Where can they find it? Is there a website? Is there a phone number? Facebook? Where can they get a hold of you?
Well, it'd be facebook.com/Henry Stainless Steel Exhaust Systems. So that's where you would find me, and hopefully it helps our racing. I know we definitely use the extra horsepower we got from it at Black Rock, and there's a lot of people running it, and it really works well. It's something you'd last forever, pretty much. That's one thing I kind of kick myself over, building this stuff so nice out of such good stuff. It won't ride out. Only way I ever need another one is if you wreck it, but that's what we're going to do.
Well, hey, you got a good product, people will buy it, and word of mouth is the big thing in racing. We all know that. If you can get somebody, make a couple race car drivers happy, everybody else will jump on board with it. That's a given.
There's definitely a market for the headers and for vertical stacks coming off the blocks and some of the circles that I run in.
Yeah, all the stuff.
Yeah, big time.
Well, obviously demo derby stuff, right? Yeah.
I'll show you.
Oh, this is what Chris does.
They don't go in circles.
They wasn't having their whole demo derby car for sure.
Yeah,
I completely disagree. We're going to Topeka next week. We're going to see cars that have $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 invested in them. They're going to get destroyed in about 8 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go on. You're fine.
Okay, we have the chat room working here, and we have some people asking some questions. So I'll even ask Zupans first, which has nothing to do with racing, of course. But are you headed to the Carrier-Dome tomorrow night for the Syracuse game?
No, and Jenna was mad about it, but not going tomorrow. I know Zoopy will be there for sure.
Yep, and then the second question that came in: are you related to Wild Bill Henry, an asphalt driver from years back?
No, I am not.
Okay.
Only Henry I'm related to was my father was a drag racer. Nobody else in any racing circles.
Okay, so we answered the couple questions here coming in. Another question I got for you. You mentioned you're going back to 5 Mile Point. You're starting on you get the pole for one of those, whatever, the last chance qualifier, whatever they want to call them. I'm not quite sure the name, but is that the reason why you're going back? Because you have that extra chance to qualify? Does that give you the extra motivation to go?
Yeah, and I was also reading that the track is supposed to be a little better. I know it was in kind of rough shape there in the 12-lap Conti. We brought brand new tires for the future, and being in the Conti, it's like, well, shoot, you might as well put your best stuff on now to try to get in,
Mm-hmm.
And we had brand new tires and burned 2 of them off in 12 laps, so we probably wouldn't have went back, but we saw that, you're trying to make the track a little better, and being a day show, I guess we'll see. But, that's probably the most enticing reason that we're going back is try to, if you get the chance, you start in the front row. It's a draw show. You could draw 100 walking through the gate. You never know. But that'd probably be the first enticing reason. And second, we were reading that in the Indy was seeing the track's going to be a lot better, so I guess we'll wait and see.
A lot of the big name guys, are in Charlotte obviously right now. What's your feeling on racing against them? I mean, do you like it when they're there, or do you like when you go to these shows? Like the short track super nationals and so on, and it's all the guys running on the same kind of budgets. There's no guys. I mean, the guys rolling in with stackers now that but you're not racing against the high dollar teams.
Well, personally for me, I would love to beat the high dollar teams. That would be my personal thing. But reality also sets in. I guess you have a better chance of winning or running good when you're on the level playing field with guys like the stacker crew or whatever we call them. I understand what you're saying. But, for me, if I was to win a race, I'd rather beat, Stuart Friesen and Matt Shepard and all these guys. But, there's also reality too, Mike. You're just a normal guy working a normal job for a normal wage trying to, have a little fun. And, you know, some guys doing it for a living 3-4 days a week, you know, and I probably run, you know, 10 times this year. So I guess in reality, you know, if I can get in the show, whether anybody's there or not, and have a good, respectable run, and the car doesn't get wrecked, we're happy. So.
You're going down again, you know, in 5 Mile Point, for those that don't know, is running this Saturday. It's not the Race of Champions finale, but it's still the, you know, the Southern Tier championship weekend. Again, the race time is 1 o'clock on Saturday. So anybody looking to get out, have some fun on Saturday afternoon, go on down Utica Rome Banquets
BlackRock's racing
that night.
Saturday,
BlackRock's racing something, right? What are they racing? An enduro or what is it?
No, 200 lap crate sportsman race.
200.
Great
Yeah,
sportsman race.
exactly,
There it
an
is.
enduro.
Well, it could be. And actually, one of my buddies from up here that runs Fulton, Davey Emmons at 13, was going to have me driving that 200 lapper because we were supposed to run 5 mile last week. You know, we got 3/4 of the way down and we saw Billy Decker's hauler going the other way. Oh, that's probably not good. So I got on my phone, realized it, and ended up at Dave and Buster's and running all them rascals. But
Yeah.
you know,
It was a good time.
I think if you're lucky, you're going to have 6-7 cars finish. I would think.
It's gonna be that's a tough deal. 200 laps. You know, I mean, a normal sportsman. I mean, the max I think you see a sportsman run is like 50 laps. You know,
Yeah.
usually, occasionally you get the 100 lap races, so it'll be something different. I mean, definitely. I've never been to a 200 lap sportsman race. I went to a 100 lap sportsman race last week at 5 Mile, but 200 laps is a lot of laps. You know, something else I know you and we talked about this week. You went to the Brewerton and Fulton meetings on Monday night to talk about the rules and so on and so forth. What were your feelings coming out of that?
Well, I guess they're just trying to do what's right, you know, or what they think is right. My feelings are that I would thought they would have got in line with the same rules as Albany, Saratoga, Fonda, I would assume Glen Ridge, which is the same basic rules as Utica Rome even, other than the tires. The only thing difference would be the tires from Utica to the other tracks. You know, that would be my thought, but it's not. It'd be something that maybe would entice us if we were allowed to run a dirt legal small block at Brewerton, but we're not. So if you wanted to run Brewerton, it'd be 2,500 pounds. If you wanted to run Fulton, it'd be 2,350. But one of those 2,350 cars, the track would have to be like, you know, perfect setting. You know, you're running the 7,600 rev box, which really would be a hurting, you know, and they said they're going to check rev boxes and cut them apart and whole nine. So, you know, there's a good thing, you know, for the race if it was all small block to do that. But I thought it would be like more like a, you know, house rules, like, you know, you could run an open small block or a dirt small block or a big block. You just wouldn't get your, you know, your home track points, which is fine because not a lot of guys from around here run the series other than, you know, the big black guys.
Right.
You know? But it's just, it is what it is. I think they're looking towards the future and phasing out like these open type ported small blocks. But there's a lot of them out there, and I'm sure a lot more guys would run them. I would think they would got guys from, you know, I-88 or 5 Mile or one of the places where, you know, they would come to like the Outlaw 200 or whatever, that would maybe do some weekly racing with them if they had, you know, a little bit of a break on it. But, you know, we were actually talking about doing, you know, because I have an open small block is what I have, and, you know, kind of like a Utica Rome or a Thunder Mountain races modified. We're actually thinking about something like that for next year. But, you know, we were thinking about doing that, but to race, you're basically down here, you're stuck at one track, and you're not going to bring that engine competitively to race anywhere else unless you went up into Canada and,
Right.
or, you know, Mohawk or whatever. But, you know, I think it's a good thing for the crate sportsmen to be on the modified tires.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as more tracks get in line with that, because if not, there's guys, you know, buying tires because, you know, they're using it as an outlet for the modifieds to get rid of their used stuff, which is fine. But the guys that are running up front in sportsmen aren't buying used tires.
Right.
You know, so, you know, originally when they did the whole deal when Dirt went Hoosiers back in the 90s, they should all have been on the same tires to begin with. They shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
You know, so now if somebody wants to run, you know, Brewerton or Fulton, you know, with the Hoosiers and the Wheat Sports has to show, they got to put steel wheels and the small Hoosiers on, you know?
Right. It's a tough thing. You I know at least they said they're open for discussion on that. At least that's what it seems to me, that they want to, right now the plan is that, but they want more feedback. At least that's the way I read the press release. I don't know if that's what they said at the meeting.
Yeah, pretty much, but you know how that also goes. But it's all bottom line. It's all about money and
right.
And it'd be probably the best thing would have been if they were able to leave the sportsmen on American Racers. But I guess in a perfect world that's not going to happen. And we all know what happened with Kingsley there a couple years ago, Wheatsboro, when he tried to have an open show.
Yep.
It didn't exactly pan out.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
No, well, it went well for him because he went from 12 cars to 30 or whatever it was,
right.
And it didn't go good for her after that. But, it's just, bottom line, it's sponsorship dollars and money. So, I'm sure Dirt Car wants everybody to be on Hoosiers at their sanctioned tracks. I don't think they really care what they run for rules as long as there's a Hoosier tire on there. So.
Right. Well, we don't want to keep it too much longer, but as we always do, I want to make sure I give you an opportunity here to thank any sponsors, thank any folks, give us any more information, hit up your business site again and all that where people can get a hold of you. And again, we appreciate you taking the time out of your night to come on the show. And again, always good to chat with you.
All right, thank you, guys. Just want to thank my dad, my buddies Aaron, Pitt, Mike, who helped me on the car, my girlfriend Jenna, she helps me on doing tires, and managing my website. Because if you message me on my website, you're messaging her, and I get a text or something. But hit me up at facebook.com/Henry Stainless Steel Exhaust, and we can get you hooked up with some horsepower. So thanks for having me on, guys.
Hey, thanks again, man. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, we'll have to go out again. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Dave and Buster's again. I am in.
All right, get a hold of me. I'll go.
All right, man. We'll talk to you.
See you, man.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, good time.
Yeah,
Mike, you better bring his girlfriend a bib.
Yeah.
Not for her, just because you're going to spill on her.
All our chatting over some adult beverages at Dave and Buster's Saturday night. Bobby agreed to be one of the celebrity drivers in the fantasy league for next year, too.
Does he remember that?
He should. I don't think he was all that bad. He didn't seem all that bad.
No, he was fine.
Was he excited about it, or did he just kind of finally cave
He just,
in?
you know what?
No,
it was finally. John gave him a browbeat, and he finally was like, "Yes, I'll do it."
I did not.
I've seen John work. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Did not.
No, nobody's ever seen John work. Come on.
Listen,
Whoa.
douche. Don't be a friggin' retard.
That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Hey, look, Troyer got bored with time trial, so he thought I'd join you guys. Yeah, I like that.
Thanks,
That's what
Troyer.
I like. Thank you.
They're not doing anything right now. They're killing time.
Packing the track. Oh.
It's nice to know we rate directly behind time trials, though.
Jason Myers was quickest in this set of time trials.
Nice.
Probably.
Hey, do you want to do your little read, and then we'll get Donnie Lawson on the phone?
Yeah. You know who was just on the air there was Bob Henry?
Yeah.
He was there thanks to Creekside Entertainment Hotline. Creekside Entertainment, local DJ services. They're on the road every Tuesday night at FNA Rhythm and Booze from 8 to 12 with the most up-to-date karaoke in the Finger Lakes. If you can hear it on the radio, you can sing it with Creekside Entertainment. They are the fastest-growing DJ company in the area, playing weekly at the Palmyra American Legion on Fridays from 7 to 11, the Poorhouse in Dundee on Fridays from 9 to 1, and the Penny in VFW Saturday nights from 8 to 12 with country karaoke. Don't forget about the official photo booth of the two-time defending NLL champion Rochester Nighthawks. The Creekside photo booth is what you need to take your party wedding from being average to great. Contact Creekside Entertainment online at creeksideentertainmentdj.com or call Stu at 315-481-970. You can also find them on Facebook and Twitter. And again, they are also supporting our fan connections through the live chat, which Mike's hanging out in tonight.
Yeah, I love the live chat.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fun for me.
Steve Bucknam from SB Motorsports Announcing up in New Hampshire watches it for us on Crash Course and texts it in. It's so nice to have somebody in there just to kind of tell you what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's nice.
It's good that we were able to kind of get that component of stuff back.
Yeah.
I'm excited that we can get that fan interaction back.
Yeah, it's fun. It is fun.
Your
favorite.
How many turns does it take to get there?
Hey, your favorite
3.5.
fan is in. Hey, John, your biggest fan is here. Ken is back.
Ken is back.
Ken is back.
Hey.
Where the hell is Ken Ben?
Welcome back, Ken.
Vomus missed
That's like
you.
a rhyme. Where's Ken Ben?
It's like
It's
a
a
rhyme.
bad
I
rhyme.
think it is a rhyme.
No, it is a rhyme. He's been out of school a long time. Ask the college kid; he can tell you. He's learning that at Oswego State right now.
It's a great day to be a Laker.
What?
Yeah, how's that internship going?
Is that what Oswego is called? Lakers?
Wow, John, really?
Yes, this is our mascot. Don't ask me what
It's a lake.
We're right on Lake
Hey,
Ontario.
So fish.
They fill
It's a
a
giant
glass
hole
with
full of
water.
water.
And everybody runs around with it.
If I had a nickel every time someone asked me what a Laker is, I'd have.
You'd
a
have
lot
10
of
nickels.
I'd have a little bit more than 10 now.
You just walk around with a picture of Kobe
You would
Bryant.
have 50 cents.
All right, do your read. Let's go.
Also, we want to give a big thank you to D'Amico Chrysler Dodge Jeep. They're a staple in the Finger Lakes since 1963. D'Amico Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram offers full-service parts and sales from the headquarters on Routes 5 and 20 on the west side of Geneva. Their lineup includes the beautiful 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee and Dodge's hot new offering, the Dart. They were beat up all summer long, and they're doing everything they can to put you into one of the new cars, vans, or SUVs. They're going to hold nothing back and give you the most that they can to help you into one of those new ones and restock their pre-owned inventory. Visit my favorite sales rep, Mike Godton, and the rest of the D'Amico family online at D'AmicoChryslerDodgeJeep.com or visit them in person at the dealership. Open daily, Monday to Saturday at 8:30. For more information, call D'Amico's at 877-407-7207.
Got it.
There you go.
Mopar.
So
I don't even know what to.
just get them on the
I don't know
line.
what to do with that.
You were better from
Mike's
home.
got his Mopar shirt on tonight. His,
I just
hoodie.
wore it because I like the colors. I told John on the way out, this is my favorite non-Wayne car. It just happens to be Brady Bacon's driving it this year.
And it happens to be Mopar powered.
I'm fine with that. I have nothing against Mopar. I like Chevy, but I got nothing against Mopar. I had a Mopar for a long time till the gas tank rusted out of it.
You didn't have it that long.
You didn't know me, but I had it for. I put 200,000 miles in
is
that
this
car
before
too.
the Jeep?
No, this was before. This is my first car. Was
This
a
was before the
a
Jeep.
Plymouth Sundance. That thing went
They were
200,000 miles.
They were good little cars.
Yeah, they were awesome.
They were little, but they were good little cars.
35 miles of
Those
the
things
gallon.
fold up nice in the back.
What's a Laker? Is that like a 315er?
That's exactly what it is.
That's Ken. Here we are. We got him. Interview
Get
number
him?
hopping right into interview
Got
number
him.
2.
I can't wait to watch him
Got him good.
Saturday.
It's enough out of you.
So here we go, hopping right in with interview number 2 on the Creekside Entertainment Hotline. Joining us on the phone now, the Black Rock Sportsman Champion and the Woodhall Raceway Modified Track Champion, Donnie Lawson. And Donnie, finally great to be able to connect with you and have you on the 31st lap. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, tell us about your season. Pretty impressive. 2 track championships and obviously 2 different cars, running the crate-powered car on Friday night and then running the modified at Woodhall.
Yeah, it was a pretty good year. Like I say, we the Blackhawk one there, we had a good start to the year, and we were able to hold on at the end, even though we had some tough luck. And Woodhall, we had some bad luck at the beginning of the year, but we got stronger as the year went on, and we were able to even have some bad luck at the end of the year and still hold on.
What's it mean to beat Billy Van Pelt at Woodhall? I mean, he has been the man, the guy to beat here for any number of years now. What's it mean to knock him off that championship trend?
It's pretty neat because, like, I watched my dad drive for Sherwoods back in the day, and I think one time my dad got second, like, 9 or 10 races in a row to him there. And, you know, growing up, when my dad drove for Sherwoods, we were never big Billy Van Pelt fans, but I have a lot of respect for him, and he's always been good to me. And to beat the guy who's really been on top for a long time makes the championship even that much more special.
You know, we had Billy Van Pelt on the show last week. You know, he's ride searching now here, and we talked a little bit about that. But tell us a little bit about your experiences at Woodhall. I mean, Woodhall is a tough place, you know, especially with, you know, they have the draw system, so you have that opportunity to start up front. But when you win some races, you got to work your way back up through the field, and that can be tough.
Yeah, and I draw terrible every week, so I usually start 11th or 12th anyways, and I'd almost rather see handicapping. I don't mind starting 18th or so as long as I have some company back there. And sometimes what happens is you draw bad, and then the guy you're running with for points starts on the pole, and that makes it really difficult to try to make up ground. But it's a tough place. I mean, when I grew up, you know, the atmosphere of it's wonderful. But the first few years I raced there, I absolutely hated the track. But once I got used to it, it's nice to run good, and it's nice to run good in front of your hometown crowd and everything. So I like the place now.
Talk about Friday nights a little bit. You know, Black Rock. How tough is it to go to that car on Friday night, and then you're jumping, you're switching, you're going to the modified power plant the next night. And BlackRock and Woodhull, I mean, they're both small, but they definitely both have a lot different characteristics.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we won a few modified races back when they had modifieds at BlackRock. So, you know, and I still would rather run modified there because that place is just awesome with a modified. It's fast, and you know, Woodhull. You have to be very, very disciplined. It's a very slippery track, and you have to slow down and have good discipline, not miss the groove. And BlackRock, you can search around a little more and have fun, but you know, after running the modified Saturday, usually we get back in the crate car, and I'm always complaining there's something wrong with the motor, because it doesn't have anything compared to what the modified has.
You know, coming up this weekend, 200 laps for the Sportsman. How grueling and how tough is that going to be at BlackRock?
It's going to be survival. You know, definitely. I'm thinking not many cars will finish. I ran a different guy's car there a couple weeks ago at Pressure. And because we had sold our crate car and we got second with it, so that was sort of our shakedown run for it, and make sure I liked the car and was comfortable. And you know, it's one of those deals where everybody's at the end of the year, and it's not like where you go to Syracuse or somewhere where you build a car and go through it all. You just don't have the time to do that at the end of the year show like this. And I think there'll be a lot of mechanical failures. 200 laps is hard on equipment, and you'll see a lot of, you know, those $20 parts breaking. So hopefully, you know, everything on our car will hold together and you can survive and be smart enough, pace yourself through the first 100, just don't get lapped, and then the next 50, run a little harder, try to get yourself in position, set up for the last 50, and maybe push it right there to the last 25.
Yeah, I was going to ask you the strategy in that. I mean, it just kind of stay out of the way and not have anything bad happen. I mean, that's ultimately what you got to do, it seems to me, in the 200-lap races. But you mentioned not going a lap down.
I mean, I was just going to say, I mean, how difficult is it to pace yourself, even at a track like that? Ideally, you could even lose a lap, and you could still be just fine for the second half if you got a good car underneath you.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, theoretically, it'd be nice to be on the lead lap just because you don't have to worry about trying to get it back and trying to race somebody that, you know, maybe if they're running up front, they don't know who's a lap down, who's not.
Sure.
So my goal would be to stay on the lead lap and, you know, probably just find a spot that you're not really racing anybody and just ride for a while and try to save the tires, you know, especially the second 100. I don't know, you know, it depends on how BlackRock can be abrasive sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't touch tires. So that first 100 will really tell you what your mindset will be for that second 100 laps.
How do you prepare for a race that's 200 laps like that? I mean, you guys in that area, Woodhull, BlackRock, you don't run a lot of long-distance races. So now you go from your regular typical feature, 30 to 40 laps, somewhere in there. Now you're running 200 laps. How do you prepare for that as a driver?
It's different. Like I said, I've never run anything more than 100 laps, so I'm curious to see how it'll go. I'm just going to try to treat it like little races within themselves, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to get through, you know, the first 50, just make sure we find a good spot to ride. And next 50, just make sure, you know, you keep everything underneath you and, you know, don't tear the car up. Then try to treat it like the next 50 laps in the second 100-lap segment. Is just, you know, get yourself in position. If you can get a clean shot to get by a guy, go for it. But don't take any chances. Then the last 50, I'm going to try to just treat it like a 50-lap feature.
Let's go for it.
Yeah. Hopefully, you know, if we're in position. If you don't make it to that point, you know what? It pays pretty good to start. It's the end of the year show. It's a nice way to finish the year out. So at least you don't leave there empty-handed.
When you look at a track like BlackRock, the potential for an ebb and flow to move up and down through that is so great. When you look at it all the parts and pieces of it. Mm-hmm. Just simply the dynamic of the third turn, having no wall. Mm-hmm. You know, you're out there cruising around, and you've been out there for 125 laps. You skate over the edge, you come back up, you lose a bunch of spots. All those cars in front of you could have the $20 parts break, like Donnie said, and you could come right back up through. The migration up and down is going to be one of the most fun things to watch of that race.
Yeah, I mean, we ran a 50-lapper there. I don't know, it's probably going back like 3 years, and I got a flat tire on like lap 14, and we were able to come back and win the race on the last lap. So you know that you can come from the back. It's just a matter of you know, not getting yourself worked up over anything and just trying to be smart. We used to go to a lot of 200 lappers when we helped Rick and Corky Thumb, when like guys like Alan and Steve Payne drove. So at least I was able to watch some of them and sitting, you know, with a headset on, listen to what went on, and at least that gives you a little help. But it's going to be different, that's for sure.
Now, you know, to change subjects a little bit here, you know, the night I was at Woodhull, you know, your dad raced as well. How much fun is it to race with your dad?
It's pretty much a lot of fun. I mean, I don't think he puts as much effort into his own car and stuff as I'd like to see him do. He, you know, his priority, I think, is my car, and he just does it so we'll have a backup. And, but he still loves it. I mean, he's done it since 1979, and I don't think he'll ever get away from it much. But it's fun racing him. In the beginning of our career, we used to race together a lot more. Sometimes he's not in the same spot where I am in the field anymore, and I'd like to see him get up there with me a little more often.
Yeah, we've talked to a few guys that had the chance to race with their dad. They all talk about, how much fun that is and how cool that is and everything else. One thing I always like to, I know your profession, you're a school teacher too. We've had a few guys that are school teachers, that race. I know Ryan Phelps comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
And, I work in the industry, with their Trek Digest and so on. Do you find that your students pay attention to what you're doing, or do they not even know what their teacher does on the weekend?
No, most of them do. I've had a lot of other guys I race against who I've had their kids in class, so that's always neat, And it's nice where I teach at. It's a small district, and it's pretty close to Woodhall. It's within a half an hour from Woodhall, so a lot of them go there. I don't talk about racing much when I'm at school with them, just because it's we always have a lot more to work on. But they're always there at the races, and they're interested in it. And even a few years ago, we did a deal where we got about 250 tickets for the school, and all the parents came and everything for one of the end of the year shows, and that was pretty neat. We ended up winning the crate race that night, and all the kids came down and got their picture taken. So that was pretty special.
That's pretty awesome. Now that's cool.
When's Dirt Track Digest going to step up for Oswego?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. That's definitely awesome. I mean,
the best part about it is a lot of them had never been to the races, so I won the first time that they were there. So I told them they don't have to come back. I win every week. I tell them, I don't come back. That way they don't see me finish second or third. They think I just win all the time if they only came the one time.
That's pretty neat. I know you did a little bit of traveling this year. How fun is it to get out of your region? You got Black Rock and Woodhall right there together.
Phrasing.
No, but how nice is it to go and experience other places? I know Brett Dale talks to you, about coming to some of his shows and so on and so forth.
I like it a lot. We try to support Brett's shows. The end of the year here, we had a lot of motor problems, so it took a lot of the wind out of our sails. We blew a motor leading a big race at Woodhall there with like 6 laps to go. And then that took our good motor out, so then we went down to 5 Mile and we had other motor problems. So that sort of stunk a little bit because I really wanted to go to like the Gobbler down there at Accord and stuff, but we're not going to be able to make it. But I have fun running them. We run Herbie Wright's Big Block a lot of times, like I-88, his car goes really good there. And I wish we could get out and travel more. Our goal for next year is to have a car just for traveling. But, it just depends on finances. It just costs so much anymore. And you're going and trying to run against these teams that are much, much larger than what we are. We're a very low-budget team. So it's, when you go there, your goal is to make it into the feature and run well. But, realistically, it's tough for us to say we're going to challenge for a win when we go on the road. We just don't have the finances to do it just the perfect way that you need to do it.
What made you decide to go, race the crate car on Friday and then race the modified on Saturday? Is that just a byproduct of the rules and you wanted to race 2 nights a week? You had to fit that into your schedule somehow, or what made you decide to do that?
Well, originally it came about just because there was nowhere else to go on Fridays with the modified, really, nowhere else local. And when Black Rock switched to the crates, and so we switched to it then, and financially it put us in a better position where we could do things the way we wanted to do it and not always try to overstretch ourselves. And, it was really nice. And then the crate car started making some pretty good money, and we won a lot of races with it. And actually it paid for us being able to update our modified program, which was a good thing. And
wow, you don't hear that.
No, not very much.
That's cool.
Yeah, so, racing 2 nights a week, I think, makes you a lot better, and that's why I like traveling, even with Herbie Wright's Big Block and stuff like that, because the more you run, no matter what kind of car it is, it's just more laps, more experience, and traveling to some of these shows we go to running against these different guys sets us up well for that. And Black Rock's, it's one of those places I always have a love-hate relationship with it, but it's a fun place to go on a Friday night. I'm not a big fan of running for points, but it's nice to go there and be able to have fun on a Friday night, and it's been good to us. It's treated us real well.
One of the questions that came in here on the chat room, somebody wants to know how much has Billy Van Pelt helped you at Woodhall? Has he helped you out? Do you guys talk? What's the relationship like there?
We don't really help each other any. We talk, we get along. It's just I scaled my dad's cars and set them up since I was about 11, 12 years old, so I do sort of my own thing. I run Tio's, he runs Bicknell's. I know he helps a lot with Sportsman guys out. We help a lot of guys out too. I've scaled probably about 7 or 8 cars this year. I've scaled, taken out for practice, got guys dialed in there. So I mean, it's just something we all try to do. Whether if you have the experience, you've done a little bit, you try to sort of pay it forward a little bit and help out guys. Billy's a good guy and everything, and he helps some guys out too. But me and him really, we don't talk much setup stuff. We talk in the pits, and that's pretty much it. We all have our little secrets that you keep.
That's one of the first times I think that it's gone that direction where somebody says, "I have a Bicknell," somebody has a TO. We really don't trade information. Usually they just say, "Car's a car."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I run Bicknell still. It's just, the between the 2 cars I run, when I run Herbie Wright's Bicknell and RTO, there are some differences. The Bicknell has better side bite, but the TO has better forward drive, so you got to do some different things with them to get them to work. And it's one of those things where what he has at Woodhall and works in his car probably wouldn't work in my car, and the same way with what I have probably wouldn't work with his car.
Do you think that the side bite versus the forward drive is a product of where those 2 chassis were designed? You look at like the home track per se.
It's one of those things where, I think, with my TO, it goes good on American racers, and it's been a while since we ran them on Hoosiers, but I think the tires do make a little bit of difference too.
Yeah.
If you have Bicknells on a Hoosier and a TO on a Hoosier, you're going to get different feels out of them too than what you'd have from them on American racers. So I think it's the chassis, the tires, a bunch of little things combined. Where different areas you see different cars go better, and when you put a good driver in a car, if you put Danny and Alan or any of them guys in a car, I don't think it matters what kind of car it is, they're going to go.
Be a wheelbarrow.
Yeah. Those guys are that good.
Dump truck.
Well, Donnie, we want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your night to come on the show. We do appreciate it, man. And as always, we like to let everybody say thanks to their sponsors here and send out a shout-out. I know you got a Facebook page because I got a hold of you through that. Well, I got a hold of your dad through that. And, send a shout-out, thank anyone, tell us about your Facebook, anything that you want to do here.
Yeah, we have the Lawson's Racing Facebook page, and my dad does a lot with that. I got to think my dad, number one. I mean, he just puts a lot of his time and effort and everything, and he's always been good to me. He taught me the right things going up through. You didn't always realize at the time, but he's always been there for me. I thank my wife for putting up with us racing so much too. I have 4 kids of my own, and it's pretty hard when I'm gone on the weekends, but she puts up with it. And I said all our sponsors, LeBaron Brothers Repair and Parts, State Line Camping Center, Morgan's Auto Repair, Lauren Lincoln and Lincoln Fabrication takes good care of us, RLB Trucking, just all the good supporters we have. Jones Belt drives some of our product sponsors like Brakeman. It's hard to have cars that are capable of finishing every week, and because of the good help we have, we might not have the newest stuff, but we have good products on the car, and it helps us be able to get in position to, be where we want at the end of the race.
Well, we want to wish you best of luck Saturday at the 200 at Black Rock, and go out there and get another win and end the season on a high note. And again, thanks for being on the show.
All right, thanks a lot for having me. I love what you guys do here.
Thanks
a
man.
lot.
We'll talk to you.
Talk to you later.
So Donnie Lawson coming off
on the Creekside Entertainment Hotline.
Yes, coming off an impressive season, back-to-back championships. That's it. You don't hear that much. The guys winning a sportsman championship and the modified championship. And some people, of course, will frown upon that. They'll get mad. Oh, why is this modified guy running? But what option does he have? That's the one thing I've noticed.
Yeah, look at where he's running.
I mean, you mentioned if there's nowhere where else on a Friday night could he go realistically. He lives near Woodhall. I mean, out there. I mean, you're gonna haul what 4 hours or 3 hours to Penn Can,
long way,
or 3-4 hours I-88 every week. I mean, he can't. It's just not.
I mean, you're not really close to anything.
No, if you've been to Woodhall, it literally is in the middle of nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
I love Woodhall.
They don't call it the boonies for nothing.
Go back to the computer.
John chimes in. I will give you an update here from the World Finals. Heat 1. Dale Plank won over Keith Flack, Matt Billings, Brian Swartzlander, and Tim McCready. And Heat 2 was Brett Hearn winning over Matt Shepard, Tim Fuller, Jimmy Phelps, and Peter Britton.
Stewie's leading Heat 3 right now.
Okay, so there you go. There's your update on that. Stuart Friesen.
That's for Friday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's qualifying. Then they go Saturday night heat races, right? Neat idea. I enjoy the different qualifying
format. I
format.
like the format because it's unique.
Yeah, it's something different.
You like the format because it's on
the internet.
You can see it.
It must be true. It's on the internet.
It's got to be true.
Isn't that an Abraham Lincoln quote?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it on the internet.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh, man.
You know who else has a winning combination?
Who?
D'Amico Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They've been a staple in the Finger Lakes since 1963. You know what I mean, Mike?
Yes, I agree 100%.
You agree?
Yep.
John loves his Mopars.
Mopar.
He
Just randomly chimes in. Randomly
wakes
chimes in.
wakes up for a second. D'Amico Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram offers full service parts and sales from the headquarters on routes 5 and 20 on the west side of Geneva. The lineup includes the beautiful 2014 Dodge Challenger and Dodge's Charger and the Chrysler 300. Awesome people over there. It was their 50th anniversary this year. Get over there, say hi to Mike Godkin and the rest of the D'Amico family. Online, D'AmicoChryslerDodgeJeep.com. Visit them in person at the dealership. Open daily, Monday to Saturday at 8:30. For more information, call D'Amico's 877-407-7207. And also, we want to make mention of FNA Rhythm and Booze party hosts. It's Creekside Entertainment. They're there every Tuesday night from 8 to 12 with the most up-to-date karaoke in the Finger Lakes. If you can hear it on the radio, you can sing it with Creekside Entertainment. The fastest-growing DJ company in the area plays weekly at the Palmyra American Legion on Fridays from 7 to 11, the Poorhouse in Dundee on Fridays from 9 to 1, and the Penny and VFW Saturday nights from 8 to 12 with country karaoke. Don't forget about the official photo booth of the two-time defending NLL champion Rochester Nighthawks. Creekside Photo Booth is what you need to make your party or wedding a great event. Contact Creekside Entertainment online at creeksideentertainmentdj.com or call Stu at 315-481-9700. Also, you can find them on Facebook and Twitter.
Got it.
Who yawned?
You know, I got to say this. One of the,
I'm tired.
You couldn't get away from the mic for a second.
I don't know if
I
you,
was working on it.
if anyone has been up, watching the forums and so on, and or Dirt Track Digest or wherever you look, or Facebook, whatever. But how positive are things right now in modified racing? It's amazing. This is like the most
Very.
positive.
We talked about this
There's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff happening right now.
I mean, now even more. Now it's official. Matt DiLorenzo's taking over Fonda Speedway. I mean that. And I mean, you already see the work going on. I mean, if you've been on Facebook or the Dirt Track Digest forum, you can see photos of all the work that they're doing. Again, just days after literally getting the keys to the facility. I mean, it's
That cycles.
yeah,
That cycles its way around.
It's
because
finally cycling back.
It's
Finally.
going back to positive.
I mean, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I think one of the weeks that you were here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well put. Smart ass.
But we talked about how, all this doom and gloom. It was the death of dirt modified
Death of
racing as a
everything.
whole. I mean, everything was just circling the bowl, and essentially was being written off, and things have really come 180 degrees from that. There's a lot of good things going on. I mean, that rules meeting sounded like it was mostly positive over there at Fulton. There's some talking points, but at least they got some of the issues out. Here it is November. Before we even get to the Parts Peddler show, they're going to try and get that stuff resolved so people know what direction to go with that. And, I mean, you look
at Glen Ridge, the money being spent going into there. Fonda, I mean, Matty D's spending money there now.
Weedsport.
Weedsport coming back. You know, what capacity, that's yet to be seen. We're not sure. I know Jimmy's still working out the schedule on that, and as soon as he gets that figured out, I'm sure we'll be able to get him on and have him talk about the Weedsport
Be fun.
plans
Yeah,
and schedule.
But the good thing about that is Jimmy is a racer, knows he's got to do this
Right.
like now. He would want to know. So
Right.
even though there's nothing official, you know that's bound to be coming here shortly.
Yep. And then of course you've got some big things coming at Utica.
And how long is it a season now? I mean, I remember when I first got into
racing
this.
season doesn't end.
When
That's
I got
awesome.
when I got into this back in early 2000s, the season started at the end of April, early May, and it ended right around the end of Super Dirt Week, maybe 2 weeks
Right.
after.
Yeah, a couple weeks
now,
after. Like Delaware
good
used
God.
to be like the last race.
Eastern States,
Hagerstown
and
used
then
to be-
Hagerstown.
Yeah, you had Hagerstown.
Well, then
Delaware,
you had
you know,
Fonda Eastern States in there too.
Right. But it always ended.
Hagerstown's making a comeback.
Yeah,
too.
that's another one. Even that's another track.
Yeah, somebody.
Thanks,
Ernie,
John.
Ernie Davis is taking the helm with another. I can't remember the other guy's name. Hold on, give me 30 seconds.
And this is the
I
part
can
of the
look it up.
program where we watch Mike surf the internet.
So, no, it's right on my front
Absolutely.
page, so I can look it up.
No, it's nice to see all these.
Rick Jones.
Rick
There it is.
Jones.
Yeah, so
Rick
those two
James.
guys. Yeah.
Pump the brakes.
Sorry.
Will.
Yeah,
Stop, where you go
I
with that?
stopped. I
Jumped the gun
stopped.
there.
Yeah, he was ready to say it.
Yeah.
So, but those,
you can
read-
put that part in your essay that you write for school.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if you read, all the things that they're talking about doing at Hagerstown, they got the guy that used to do the track prep back, and that's always been the thing that I've griped about the last few times I've been there. It's just,
It was junk.
it's not as good. It's not what it used to be.
Are they going to go back to letting them use calcium?
I don't know if they're going to use calcium or not. Well, that's what they normally use there. They just spray it with calcium and pack it, and then it's
Heat 4 in the books. Go down. Harris Howard.
okay. Nice.
All right. We'll poke you with a stick when we need you.
Stewie win the second heat or the third heat. Yeah. So.
It is nice to see all these tracks starting to come back into a positive note.
Yeah, and again, we mentioned even Thunder Mountain. You know, Carl Spoonhour. You know, the race. What is it? Race report. The race report with Ron Hills had an interview with him on their website this week that I watched. You know, look, you can watch in the background as they're putting down all the clay and talking about bringing the place back. I don't know about Saturday nights. That's going to be tough, but at least it's a positive though. It's still a positive.
It's a tough
thing.
mark. I mean, it's a tough nut to
Right,
crack
in
on Saturday,
general,
but
it's
you know
tough
what?
right now.
But I mean, you got to try to shake things up. If you, speaking of which, when is the Utica banquet?
Saturday night.
Saturday.
It's Saturday,
And we're
Big
off
news,
next. We're off next week.
Are we?
Yeah, I'm leaving for Topeka. I'm not going to be in town.
Kansas.
Yeah,
You're going to ride a camel?
And then
no.
what's Thanksgiving? 2 weeks after that?
Thanksgiving's 2 weeks after that, right?
Right.
So we've got
So
we'll be on the
off a
we
week,
got one more
on a
left
week,
this
off a
off
week.
the 16th on the 23rd.
So we're inadvertently on
right or no
every
off
other
the
week.
14th on the 21st. So then we'll set up. I know I've chatted with Matt DiLorenzo, and he said whenever we can, if
Oh,
if
yeah,
he's
he's supposed to be
available,
on next week.
he'll come on. Yeah, when we need him. So
Is there anybody that's going to be going to come on from Utica Rome?
if we need be, I can get John Tiff. And
I guess it's a good thing Brian
would-
Clausen didn't answer my text the other day when I texted you guys.
Yeah, I didn't know we were off.
and
next
told
week.
him I was trying to get him booked.
We
for
talked
next week.
about it, but I kind of got the
I don't
vibe that
pay
everybody
attention.
missed it when I was seeing all these things coming in. Everybody's been doing some really hard work. I got to say, we had a bit of a powwow, and everybody's been hammering
Yeah,
pretty
we've been
good.
trying
Well,
to get
after I-
guests ahead of time and everything else.
After I texted him and asked him to be on next Thursday, I didn't realize until a couple days later that he'll be in
racing.
next weekend because it's the finale for the USAC midgets.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
we're leaving.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is the Western.
So then, hey, go for it the next week.
Hey.
Whatever we got to do. But
Ty Garrow was trying to throw Bill Pouch at us, so
yeah, we can get him to. I know Billy Pouch. He picked up his first ever
sprint car win.
sprint car CRSA win and the first
305.
ever Pouch to win a 5 Mile Point.
First,
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, because Billy Senior has not won a 5 Mile Point. So
Really?
he finally,
That's like the only track.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
said
was
to
gonna
me
say,
in the
a
interview,
track
he
he didn't win.
He goes in the interview, he goes, "Oh, I finally can say I did something my dad didn't. I won a 5 Mile Point." Great race there too. I mean, the racing last Friday night at 5 Mile Point was extremely good. Like it was the sportsman feature. I had multiple lead changes. With of course I won't be able to remember the names. Butch Green, Brian White, Tyler Dipple, all there right together the whole race. And then the sprint car race, Jordan Thomas led. And then Billy Pouch Jr. got the lead from him, and they were back and forth. I mean, it was good racing. So, I mean, hopefully tomorrow will be or Saturday. I keep thinking today's Friday. I'm losing it. Hopefully
only Thursday
Saturday
now.
afternoon will be just as good for
It
the
is
folks heading
soon.
back down there to 5 Mile Point. I can't believe the season's
You-
pretty much
you-
over, the
you
racing
talk-
season. I'm
you said-
freaking out, man.
You said three. You were talking the 305 race on a 5
Yeah.
mile. BlackRock picking that division up.
Oh, yeah, that's another big
for
thing that came out here.
2014.
Well, now we'll be running
Race
them and
saver rules.
Canandaigua, right? So you
Yep,
can
so they
run
got
Friday
a
and
Friday
Saturday
and
now.
Saturday. So that car count grew pretty healthy through the end of the
That's a
2013
good way to go.
season.
Ashweekan has added a crate sprint division, and there was a
I
little
saw
talk
that.
on our forum about that. And I initially said, why not go 305? But then one of their officials came on and said, well, excuse me, out our way, there's no 305s. We have everybody races crate sportsmen or crate cars.
Yeah.
So that was the most feasible way
Now, is that-
for them to go.
Is that still the GM 602
That's
crate?
a 602.
So
Yep.
they could
Take it out
swap
of
from
there.
sportsman into a
Right,
sprint car
yeah,
with
exactly.
nothing more than a car change.
Right,
Pro stocks,
exactly.
Pro stocks out that way have the 602 too.
Well, you can run
as well,
street
don't they?
stock 602 in the southern tier. I know that. I don't know about out there, but
I think the crate is an option in the street stocks for a lot of places.
I was talking about the dirt pro stock.
yeah, the dirt car.
That has a 602.
Well, that's
in
a
it, too, doesn't
602 crate. Yeah, yeah,
It's
but
a
they're
602 in
there are
it?
not as many of those around anymore. Not,
No, but if
No,
you
but
were
it's-
in a
but-
dirt pro
right,
stock,
yeah.
No,
and
what
you
I'm
were-
saying, we're kind of branching off the wrong way. All I'm saying is if dirt pro stocks are allowed to have the 602 engine, that engine's already out there, and there's far more pro stocks in the
Right.
Canadian circuit than there is in New York.
Well, yeah, the northern tier. Up
Yeah,
in
the northern
Cornwall,
tier.
Well, the Cornwall Brockville region has a lot more pro stocks. I mean, pro stocks other than what Utica, Fonda,
Same.
Lebanon Valley, Albany, Saratoga. They didn't do well in Western area. I don't think there's anybody that runs them out there anymore.
I don't think there's anything
No.
left.
So I mean, sadly, because that's what I mean. You go to those races; they always put on a good show. The pro stocks. The racing at Utica is always exceptional with the pro stocks. Now, I'm not saying that other divisions aren't great too, but I'm just.
But they are very consistent with great shows.
Yeah, consistently good shows.
I remember we had super stocks, which was this odd combination
like a street stock,
of
pro stock cross, right?
Well, but I mean, they had these rub rails that stuck like 8 inches off the side of the car at Black Rock. You remember that division from back in the early 2000s, and man, would they would just go at it. Yeah, they would go at it.
Piss palm the hell out of each other.
And they were. I mean, it's not like they were particularly light or nimble or anything. They were heavy cars, but they put on good races.
It was a very old school mentality of racing.
Oh yeah,
strap it up, bolt it up, beef it up, and let's beat the hell out of each other.
I can remember going. We talked about this the first time I went to Thunder Mountain. Those cars there ran a different muffler or something, and they were so loud. The street stocks. Yeah. I don't know what it was, but I don't know if you. John doesn't care, but
he doesn't even know where he
sounded
is.
So much different than any.
Talking about street stocks.
Yes, it's not always a bad thing.
Break my balls about time trials.
Well, when the race cars are too loud at John in John circles, he just turns the volume down.
Louder the better.
He can get up and go take a leak to avoid the noise. It's okay, John. Your computer's over here.
Louder the better, man. Crank it up.
What are you, Fox? Crank it up. Give me 2 laps of surround sound.
I don't know if I'm a fox or not, but crank it up.
Yep, that's bomb.
So what do you think over there? I mean, you take it all as it?
Not you.
Not
you.
John.
About you, John.
We know what you're doing.
Give the mic to somebody that's got a chance in life.
Wow.
Oh, hey,
I don't know. I'm just.
That's right.
Yeah. He's a Laker. Hey, by the way, you're in very select company. Doug Zupan also is a Laker, so you guys got something in common.
Hey,
Look
you know
out.
what? Steve Levy from ESPN actually came to the campus yesterday and spoke.
That's great. Steve Levy's not a Laker.
Wow,
Steve
what's
Levy
that?
Is a Laker.
He's a Laker. So is Al Roker, right?
Al Roker and Linda Cohn also from ESPN. So
So
great day
we can take credit for your start now.
No, if you
when you become big, we are. Well, Mallet will take credit
I would
for
stick
it,
with
but
those. I wouldn't mention Zupin in that speech.
Well, that was all Mallet. That was all Mallet. I made sure to throw in the stars.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Pat's got a little history in racing. His well, you can tell it. You're on the show. Go ahead.
Well, I started way back. Geez, ever since I can remember. My dad owned a small block, raced at Orange County.
Yes.
Yep.
That's the only reason Mike's interested, by the way.
Yeah. Way ahead of you. And Tommy Meyer drove it for the longest time. And then
All right, so there's 2 reasons.
Yeah. Yep, then things kind of shook up. Chuck McKee raced his car at Eastern States for this year and actually drove the rest of the season. And I've been helping Tommy out, me and my dad, ever since I can remember. So it's always a good time down in Orange
So have you
County.
still got some big city dreams?
Actually,
or has reality begun crushing those one at a time?
No, I'm kind of doing this for fun. I actually want to be a teacher. I'm an education major.
Yeah?
So,
Yeah, poor guy.
Yep.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
Yeah, might as well be me.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. Somebody's got to do it. It might as well be you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We can tell you this. In this room, I guarantee you he graduated with the smallest graduating class.
How many?
4.
No,
I'm
just
just
take a
saying.
guess. Just take a guess. Yeah.
Take
46.
43.
Damn it! I was going to say 42.
Close, yeah. John and I were like, yeah, I got 64. He's got 69, of course.
Wonderful. So, if the shoe fits.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, with the Mopar. But yeah.
No, I graduated from a little school in Salt
Have you
County.
been drinking over there? What is your?
What do you mean? Has he been drinking?
He started at 9 a.m. He heard the word "followers" were on TV.
I wish there was, believe me. I could go for a Miller Lite right now.
He was watching an old road race on the internet
that
somewhere.
he
drinking an
DVR'd
ice-cold
4.5
Miller-
years ago.
Oh.
He's still finishing the 24 hours from Daytona.
That's long.
Practice.
He had to rewatch it.
Yeah, he was watching practice.
That's only a couple months away.
We talking about
We're gonna watch morning practice from the 2001 24 hours of Daytona. Let's dredge up something riveting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So education. What do you want to teach?
I'm a technology education major.
Students.
He wants to teach kids.
Yeah.
No, I want to teach. Basically, it's just like shop.
Yeah,
wanna
basically
teach-
he's learning how to use Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, because
No.
hanging out here, That if you're looking to go into special education, it's because training.
You're sitting next to the right guy.
Sadly, why do you think I'm here? I got a master's degree in it.
Yeah,
Just
but
for the
somebody.
record, my name ain't Ed.
No, but somebody did forget your helmet.
Yeah. Oh, poor John.
That's what's wrong.
If he had a helmet, it'd be one of those that had 2 beer cans on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those. Oh boy, we have digressed
Pickle, don't forget your helmet.
here. Okay.
Be done.
Yeah,
We're
enough of
done. We're done.
that. I'm glad you come. You're
You're
gonna
gonna
make the
cost
trip fairly regularly now, or is this a
Well,
one-time
I mean,
thing?
as long as you guys will have me back, I had a blast.
All right. Well, it was nice to you
Hey,
to
we
stop.
like guys to sit here and don't talk. You're
Yeah.
great.
I figured that's why you're asking me.
E5 was Tompkins over Danny.
Thanks. You're interrupting an interview.
Yeah, we're talking.
Good job.
Pay no attention.
We don't. Do you?
Listen.
Racing show.
John, how you doing? Pay no attention. Exactly, to the show. John drove an hour to come out here and bring his laptop.
I didn't drive anywhere.
That's right, Krista did. I forgot.
I drove an hour.
Let's get back to the bird.
You really made him drive?
No.
Oh.
He drove to meet us.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
No, he's
that.
coming from Oswego. I'm coming from Brewerton. It's different. But
from the north.
Oh,
well, shut up.
Oh, your
Gary
computer's
Thomas
over
getting
here.
Yeah, go back to doing that. So I don't have to talk to you.
Who's getting interviewed?
Gary Tompkins.
So he did
Who
get a ride?
cares?
I
We're not
guess, I mean,
there.
he's-
We're here.
Want me to turn it up?
No.
But getting back to the Brewerton and Fulton thing, to clarify a little bit, I did read the press release and all that. Basically what they're doing is they're making Brewerton a big block track. If you want to run Brewerton, you're running 2,500 pounds. That's it. You're running big block weight, regardless of what you run. That's the rules there. But on Saturday, what they're trying to do is bring small blocks back in Central New York, because right now there's no track to get home track points for small blocks. None. Not a one. So what they're doing, they're actually separating
home
the
track points under.
under dirt car. They are dirt cars. So that will give you that chance to run. You just have to declare the first week, are you a big block or a small block, and then you're running for those points throughout the season, which I think is good, because, we need a small block. We need a small block track in Central New York. If you want to see the rules all go the same way, you got to have a place to run it. Because right now, basically everybody runs, like Bob said, the open small
Brewerton
block.
did that. They had a 358 division within their modified.
Yeah,
They ran
that's what
combined.
a lot of tracks have done. in the past.
Canandaigua has
Yeah.
done that in the past.
Yeah,
I know
Fonda
Bauer, I
used to
think,
do
won
it.
Yep.
I think Chuck Bauer
Chuck
won a
Bauer.
358 title with
Yeah,
that. doing
Todd
that before.
Henderson won.
Yeah, there's some.
Did he?
Yeah, there's a few tracks have done that. Middletown's one of the few places you go. They actually run 2 separate divisions. They run
Or did Chuck
358s.
Bauer win a modified track championship at Brewerton?
Modified.
Modified, right?
modified,
It was
yeah.
modified, right? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. We got it figured out. Well, it took us some time, but no, I think it's a good thing. In the tire deal, when I first read it, I thought, they're giving them until July 1st to figure out, to get rid of old tires, which is good.
Is it July or June?
I think it said July, but I've been
I
wrong.
may have misread.
I
it
may
as
have
well.
misread too, and we both might be morons.
Well, I think that's probably true. Either way, this answer comes out.
Yeah,
If you give
exactly.
if you give it a chance, somebody in the live chat will point out that you're both morons.
Yeah, that's
well,
usually how it
I'm
goes.
going to say the first guy that does that is a moron.
Well,
so we still thank
Trying
you
to
for
stop him
listening.
You're
Yeah.
trying to stop him from
Just
doing it.
cut it
Yeah,
off
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. So there.
The live chat's been pretty good. Yeah.
No,
Zupi worked there back in the day, and he said they declared a big block and a small block champion. Again, Fonda used to do that. I know Matt DiLorenzo has won the small block championship a couple times. He's won the big block title as well. So,
I'm trying to think back of the guys that were doing that. Like I think even, I want to say even maybe Mike Payne, when he was driving his own car.
there's been a few.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I think. It's going back. I mean,
just
it's
hope
going
it-
back almost
I would like to see
10,
the
12
358.
years.
Because now if you want to go to the 358 series, it's almost all up north. It's all
Yeah, it is.
go
Canada,
back,
Mohawk.
Cornwall, those places, and then out in western New York, obviously you got Ransomville, Merrittville, those places. There's nobody in central New York, so there
But
really
it's only
is.
a 12. I mean, it's only 12 race schedule.
Yeah,
I think it was
12,
It's not a
12,
it's
yeah.
not a fat schedule. So if you can lure somebody into running 358 home track
Right, and then you
points,
get them points, and then there you go.
Now there's a little bit more incentive to go to that.
Yeah, so
It's all this tire stuff and this rule stuff is. I think it's all taking a step in the right direction. For
But
the
is it a direction that we've already gone down?
I think it's different now.
think
Everybody's
it's
done their
different.
independent thing, so
Yeah.
now it's, like we were talking earlier, it's kind of the cycle thing now, where everybody's doing the independent thing. What can we do with the independent thing? Now everybody's coming. Because even Fonda's coming back to dirt car. They're only sanctioning the big blocks though, and they're going with like the Albany Saratoga rules of
Just
fate,
to clarify, Fulton is going to do the 358s
and big blocks together,
and the big blocks together.
but the separate points
But
for
the
the two divisions.
The 358s are going to be dirt sanctioned.
I believe as far as I know, both divisions are sanctioned.
Oh, they are.
I think it's both modified divisions,
Yeah.
big block
They gotta
and
be
small
running
block.
together.
Huh? They got to be
They
running
gotta
them
be
together.
running
Yeah.
together.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do they have to be?
What are we gonna run? You got if you want to run 358 points. You know what? Let's just do this. How about this? I'll go to the press release.
You're going to pull up the press release.
I'll go to
and
the
get
press release.
right
Okay.
from the horse's mouth. You see, that's why we keep Mallet around.
Okay.
Say he's
So
like the MVP over here.
Tracy Road Equipment Modifieds will carry a
Listen.
dirt car sanction at both tracks in 2014.
Stop sucking up.
So there he wants to come back. He doesn't realize that I have really nothing to do with it. The dirt car modifieds again will be. It says both tracks will be sanctioned.
Oh, okay.
Okay, for 2014. So there's home track points.
Because there's
again,
been some tracks have just elected to sanction particular divisions and not go full board.
right, and that's what
Right.
Fonda's doing.
Right.
So they're doing the big blocks, and then eventually they're and they're going to go with the rules that Albany Saratoga uses and so on for their deal. So if you want to get the home track points, you can. If not, that's fine too.
Really, Pat, if you're worried about coming back, how Mike said it's really not up to him. There's really no one that has any control over it other than you. You need to get here and you're here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you can.
That's pretty much the way it is.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Exactly.
Like 1 in 1,000? No, like 1 in a million. Love that movie. You know what's sad though? You can talk about that movie in school now. Kids have never seen Dumb and Dumber. What the
No.
hell is
It's
wrong
one of
with
the
them?
best movies ever made.
It is one of the
By
best movies
far
ever
one of my
made.
favorite movies.
Yeah.
If you do
Yeah.
come back, talk louder.
Yeah. Don't be a wuss.
All right.
Speak
I'm
up. Stop
sorry.
being
I don't
such
want-
a pansy.
Well, I don't have headphones, so I don't know how.
Oh, now
loud
he
I'm
fits
Oh,
right in.
now-
He's making
So, like,
excuses.
Jesus, Bombas. Be
You're
quiet
on-
over there.
You're on the right couch.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's the Weiner couch.
No, Canandaigua actually just came out with some Sportsman tire news in a release.
Did they? Well, let's check that out too.
They're going to be allowing aluminum wheels. They have not made a tire selection, however.
Yeah.
you
Also,
will be able
Sportsman running a modified tire.
Mm.
I understand why they do the the different tires for Sportsman modifieds, but I like what Brewerton and Fulton did. For me, like
to run just
I
a
don't
modified
own,
tire.
I don't own a race car, so I don't know. But I gotta assume being able to buy used tires from a modified team is much more beneficial for a Sportsman guy if you're doing it as a low buck fun. Let's have a good time. Like Bob said, the good guys or the bigger teams are still going to buy new tires. It's inevitable.
But will they
I didn't say
buy
that right.
a couple used modified tires for heat racing?
You could.
I
Who knows?
mean, it
there's
gives
the
you
option there.
options.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if I'm trying to run and win features, I'm going to use those brand new tires on the feature, not
Right.
for the
Oh,
heat.
right. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of different uses, but it's
Right.
it's kind of nice to see. Everybody's kind of coming back into the same.
The Hoosier deal again.
They're coming back into the same thought process, and that puts a lot more cars in the pool for who can run where, and
Right.
and you can go anywhere at that point. And I think that's really what fans want to see, and I think that's really what a car owner or driver wants.
Everybody, hey. John's about to talk.
John, listen.
I'm kind of curious to see who the tire dealer is going to be at Fonda.
Thanks, John.
Ronnie's the tire dealer with American Racer.
Right.
and
Yeah.
now
I don't know.
Now they're going to be
I
Hoosier.
mean, it's got to be a new deal, right?
They said they were going to make an announcement, but I'm kind of curious to see what happens there.
Yeah.
Who's the dealer at Malta? Do you know?
No idea.
I don't
No
either.
clue.
I don't know if it's.
I mean,
Acme.
that definitely
Might be
changes
Acme,
everything.
I
I know
don't
Utica the track does it. It's the track. They have a guy that sells the tires at the track. I don't know if that's one of the parts guys that does it, or who does it. If there's a guy that sells the fuel and the tires, I don't know. I'm not. I'm sure I've heard that information, but I don't remember that information.
It's nothing that
It's not pertinent to me.
registers.
I don't buy
Yeah.
tires, so I don't have to worry about it. But oh man, I can't wait for this weekend, the banquet.
Me
When
either.
Utica-
I'm dying to hear the
It's gonna
the
be
news.
I'll tell you this: as soon as it all comes out, I'll be live tweeting from the banquet.
I'm
you'll
going to be down in
you're
friggin'
gonna be-
Black Rock, so I'm
Yeah.
probably not going to get jacked
Yeah,
from
I'm
a
gonna
live
live tweeting, and
You're gonna be You're gonna be live misspelling.
He's going to be live drunk tweeting.
no, I don't. You know what? I don't usually drink much at banquets because you can't. Like I'm
Oh,
working.
That's right.
You're
You've
working.
got to actually work
I got to
it.
go up, stand up there. Everybody else having a good time, dancing around, acting like idiots, and I'm.
So you got to wait till they get drunk before you can
Yeah,
start.
and then by then it's not fun.
So you get to be the sober guy in a room full of drunk idiots.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great time.
Yeah, I made a living doing that.
being
for
the
about
sober
a
guy
decade.
in a room full of drunk idiots. Yeah, riveting.
Yeah.
Did you hear the sarcasm in my voice?
No.
Oh.
No, we can't tell the
You
difference.
can't
yet.
tell because
Sorry.
you're not loud enough.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hey, there you
Hey,
go.
look.
You got it. That was for Zupan. Zupi has to. He always puts that test check 1, 2, 3 every
You
week.
lost him at 2.
What else we
Yeah.
got? Did we ever find anything more about that indoor race in Rochester?
Yeah. What is it? December 14th.
December 14th. We figured out a date that they've put it up.
There's
but
actually a commercial for it now too.
Yeah, they've been
we're making
advertising on
stages.
Time Warner.
If you go to Dirt Track Digest /DTD, all capital letters on the DTD part, there is a link in our forum that I believe Bombas actually put up about the indoor show, the dates and what's going on,
Yeah,
and
where
then
you
the
can buy-
promo video is there as well.
I'm not sure if the promo video's there, but it's the link.
No,
where
it
you can buy
was. I
tickets.
checked it out
Was
today. I
Okay.
was on it today, yeah, because I want to see it.
I know it's the link where you can buy tickets.
Yeah, because I got excited. I'm like, ooh, indoor racing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
they-
to. I'm gonna have to get up.
I'm
and-
gonna go
and
to
get
that.
them
I-
tickets
I'm
They've
quick.
been
Definitely
airing
go.
the commercial on Time Warner Cable for a couple weeks. Every episode when they air Atomic Racing,
Power Hour.
Racing Hour,
Yeah.
they show that commercial.
Nice. And did you watch? Anybody watch the first show for the World of Outlaw?
I
deal
did
there?
the WoW.
Yeah.
where they
What'd
did
you
that.
think?
with
kind-
Shane and
You know, it
cool.
for me, and you know, for probably most of us here that know, you know, we're in the know. We've been around for a
Right.
while. It was kind of slow, and it was, you know, it was very like really seriously. But if you're somebody that hasn't been into dirt track racing,
nice introduction.
it was really, really, really informative. It was nice.
Yeah, it was.
And it would have kept you interested enough. I
I mean,
mean,
a nice door opener.
right? It kept me
Yeah.
interested with the action shots and the stuff that they put up in their top 10.
Yeah, I got
But
it.
if you hadn't seen a race, that was a pretty good show.
I got it DVR'd. I haven't watched it yet because I knew it was just an informational.
yeah, it wasn't a race.
highlights and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm looking
Highlights-
for. I think the next show
Highlights
is the Silver Cup.
night one of the National Open.
Is it the next one, or is the next one the Silver
That's
Cup?
the next episode.
The National Open or the Silver Cup?
Night one, the National Open. Then the next week is night two.
Darn, I want to see the National
Silver
I think
Cup,
that's-
think,
Silver
is
Cup,
the
is,
Silver
Silver,
Cup.
Cup, Silver Cup is not part of it.
No,
Yeah.
it was
Well,
too
they-
early in the year. They didn't have the deal together yet.
FX1 also during the afternoon
They had the late models. on,
butted
right?
up to the NASCAR coverage. I mean, they went right up against NASCAR to play those two shows.
The Lucas Oil late models, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I watched some of that too.
I purposely, I did not. I put it on the TV. I didn't watch it. I went
Yeah.
back in the bedroom and I put it on that TV too.
I caught some of the Topless 100 a couple days
Love
ago.
that.
I got that DVR too.
Is there anything you don't DVR?
No,
Not really.
no. Krista's weighing on this over here.
Yeah.
She says
She
no.
can't enter. She can't DVR anything because he's got every racing thing ever DVR'd. He's
got
got every
all-
Mets game. He's got to watch them lose every game.
She's got all the other 3 TVs DVR'd with her crap.
What? Oh, we got a Mets fan. Perfect.
No,
sitting
you're
on-
not. No, you're
sitting-
not. No, you're not.
Absolutely.
You're
You
sitting on the loser
suck.
couch. That's
Absolutely.
perfect.
Is that better?
You
Yeah.
suck.
The loser couch.
You're not as dumb as I thought.
No, you don't know him
Alright,
very
so
well.
Malin was saying that I was ugly before.
I didn't
everybody
even
got-
say that. That was Chris making fun of you. But
Yeah. Huh. Okay. That doesn't really sound like you, Malin.
yeah, I'm a nice guy. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
It's kind of like that couch is like looking into a crystal ball. Pat, look over your right shoulder.
That's what 30 years looks like.
This is
Just about, John. You're closer to 30 than you are 20. So
Yeah,
For
that's
him.
the truth.
don't worry about it. Poor John.
We'll get there someday.
with that.
Wherever there will be. I don't
Just
know.
put your hand on my knee.
You liked it. I saw you smile.
With any lifetime and life won't take the bat to you quite the way it did, John.
I don't put out the first date.
And we all know that's a lie.
Oh, man.
All right, we've been at this for about an hour and a half. Is that
Yeah.
it?
What do you think?
I
What do you
don't
think? I'm good.
Somebody put a bullet in its head.
Yeah, it's done. It's game over. But,
yeah. Wow.
hey, you want to pick the World Finals Saturday night winner?
Matt Shepard sweeps.
Agreed.
Pick
Yeah.
But both nights.
he's
all
got-
three
both nights,
classes.
all three. Okay, I don't even care about late models. I'll be honest with you.
Well, let's hurry up and
All right,
pick.
all right. Let's pick. So we'll go sprint cars. I'll pick Donnie Schatz and Donnie
Wow.
for Friday night. I'll pick Donnie Schatz for Friday night. I did. Hyden's not there, so
Way to stretch that one out.
yep. Oh, you're gonna pick David Gravel? No.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
So are we picking both nights? All
Yeah.
divisions or
Let's-
just sprint cars? What do you do?
Sprint cars and mods. We can do late models if you want.
Nah.
You
gonna be-
like the late models?
It's going to be Jimmy Owens. I mean,
The O Show. The Newport Nightmare.
it's good.
All right, go ahead. Pick. You want to pick all three first? All right, so I'll pick Donnie Schatz for Friday night. I'll take Matt Shepard for Friday night, and the late models I'll take Daryl Lanigan. Friday night. You want to pick Saturday too? He doesn't even know who drives a late model.
Yeah.
Josh Richards.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's some on if you need to.
There's the name scrolling across the bottom. Just wait.
Go on.
No, I'll pass.
Okay.
Give me a couple minutes.
You're gonna defer?
He's got to look through the list of the time trials.
He's officially deferred to the second half.
I will take sprints Friday. I will take Jason Myers. Late models, you got to go with Jimmy Owens. How do you not?
Didn't.
He's won like the last 8 races there. And then modifieds, let's see. I will take Brett.
Okay.
You took Shepard in the
I
modified?
took Superman on Friday night.
Who is your sprint car?
Jason Myers.
Hotfoot out of Clovis, California. In a car I don't know.
He's in the KKR 49.
Is he?
Bargain
Oh, did he? I forgot about that. That's right. Good call. It's on you, Mitch.
Mitch.
Steve Kinzer. Whatever. It's a sprint car. It's got one of them funny looking things on the
I'll
top.
watch
Nobody
it.
gives a crap
Guys
about.
won, like,
Is he-
2 races all year?
Who cares?
Is he running?
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
there.
Who knows?
It's a sprint race. I don't give a damn.
Go ahead.
Is Bloomquist going?
Yeah.
I'm going to take Bloomer.
Yeah, but if he wins, they're going to take his tires and it's going to be
I
taken
don't
away.
give a crap. Again, late models. Who cares?
When he wins, they're gonna take his tires away.
All right, we're letting the fans
Right.
in the chat room pick for you
Sold. That's a good
for
deal.
Friday night.
And
You got to pick Saturday.
You know what? I'm not taking Bloomquist. I'm taking.
Come on.
I'm taking T-Mac.
T-Mac, Tim McCready.
And then I'm taking T-Mac in the modified race.
Okay, so you're going T-Mac, and...
T-Mac, and Steve Kinzer. Or I'll
Okay.
just pick a Kinzer
No, that's
so
fine.
I hedge
So
my
you,
bet.
so you got
Your
McCarl then.
Yeah. Your pick for Friday night.
I thought I had Owens and Shepard when we first started talking, but those now have been taken.
You can take it for Saturday because you get the pick first for Saturday.
All right, I'll do that.
He doesn't care about Friday. It's a wash at this
Yeah.
point.
Let's see. Madden in the late models. Modifieds. Gary Tompkins. He runs good down there.
Who'd you take in the sprint?
In the sprints,
Again, nobody cares.
I don't even.
Oh, you didn't pick yet.
No, I didn't pick yet.
Darren Pittman.
Yeah, why
There
not?
you go.
Yeah, he's even down there.
Yeah, he's going
He's
for
the
the.
point leader. He better be there.
Oh, I got a good debate.
Oh no
going
no
here.
no! You know what? I'm sorry. I don't want. I want sides.
Double down. Hopefully, he's not having as much fun tonight as he was on Saturday night or Friday night at Super Dirt Week.
That's why I'm picking him. That's exactly why.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going with. I'll go with Pittman on the second night.
Okay, so that's your Saturday night pick.
Yeah, and Owens and Shepard.
Okay.
Rich, buddy.
Friesen went, correct? He's in
Yeah,
Charlotte.
he's there.
I don't think Friesen was Friesen. Friesen
He's not
didn't get a
picked
first
yet.
round pick.
No.
No, I'm going to take Friesen in the mods on Saturday.
I don't know why we do these. We never look back at them. Go
Oh,
on.
we're going to talk about Eastern States right after this. You have them written down?
I'll take Richards Saturday.
What are you doing?
And what are them funny things with the things on
Yeah,
top
here we
again?
go. All right. Yeah, play dumb.
Pick shots.
Actually, you don't
then.
have to play.
Pick shots then.
Yeah, you
dork.
know what? I'm going to pick shots.
That's fine.
How's that?
That's good.
And by the way, never mind. I'll wait till John's
Yeah, don't
done.
do that.
Saturday sprints.
Yep.
I'm going to take Hod.
Ooh, nice.
Late models, I'm going to take Francis.
Okay.
Modifieds, Howard.
Oh, you knew it. Homer pick. You're up.
All right, so
I thought we weren't letting him pick.
No, we're going to
I
let
get
him
to
pick.
pick Saturday.
Get to pick Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday.
Friday you screwed it up, and actually
yeah.
Friesen's still on the table
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely take Friesen
for Friday.
months. Yep.
You're welcome.
Friday? All right.
Thank you.
Yep, and I'm taking credit if he wins Friday, too.
Yeah, just do what I always do.
Yep.
Pittman and Hod are both available for Friday.
I was gonna say, did you pick Pittman yet?
No, I went with Jason's sides.
Yes, I'll take Pittman and who T-Mac. Oh no, you already took T-Mac.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Bloomquist was not picked.
He was picked and
Golden.
unpicked.
I'll take Bloomquist for 500.
And now, what about
That's
Saturday?
probably what his bail
Saturday.
is.
Oh, all right. I thought
No,
they were
no,
picking
go ahead.
Friday for me.
The only one
Saturday.
picked in here for you was Rick Eckert, so we'll let you have Bloomer.
But
Actually, you know what? Do this. Rick Eckert for Friday. Take Bloomquist for Saturday. Now you only got to pick 2 more.
Awesome.
Making it as painless as possible.
Yeah, I can see
So
that.
now you need a sprint car and a modified.
I need
right? Yeah.
for
needs
Saturday.
needs a
this is,
sprint
right?
car,
Saturday.
a modified for Saturday, and an entry list.
All right, sprint car. I want Kinzer.
You
For
said
Saturday.
Raymer.
He's not there.
and for a mod on Saturday, I'll take
Ryan, go down.
Billy Decker.
yeah, I'll take one of
Hearn?
those big red cars. Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
Billy Decker.
All right,
Only
so
one there, you better take that one.
yeah, yeah. Larry and Larry. I don't know if Larry will be at 5 Mile, but I know Pat was there last week. So, all right, my turn. So, for the modifieds, let's see. Who haven't I picked in a while? You know what? If Baumus can be a homer, I'll be a homer. Jimmy Phelps.
Good choice.
Yeah,
Good luck with that.
yeah. I'm
Hey,
fine with it. I'm confident in my pick.
You're picking winners.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter where they came from.
And then let's see, sprint cars. You know, Burks, just for you. I'll pick Craig Delansky in his last race in the 7 car. I'll go with that. And then late models, Dan Stone there.
I haven't seen him yet.
Oh,
Crickets.
But I would imagine he would be.
right.
You go with
Or,
Eckert,
Or
Lanigan.
hold on, how about Dan Schleeper? Is he there?
No, he quit racing a couple years ago.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, I just like the name.
Don't you have him on the fantasy late model list then?
I don't have one of those yet.
Oh,
Keyword yet.
I'm not doing that one. I can tell you that.
You will.
No, I won't. Who else? I want to pick somebody different. That's I'll go with Billy Moyer.
Go with Jared Landers.
Billy
His last
Moyer.
race driving for Clint Boyer.
I'll go with Billy Moyer.
Clint Boyer.
So you
So
got
there we
Moyer.
go. We got it.
Related
So
to
let's look at
Steve.
the Eastern States picks. How do we do?
We
Well,
did good.
my hedge bet, Brett Hearn won.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, your hedge bet.
Yeah,
And,
that was right. Everybody had a backup. Everybody.
Everybody's
Didn't
back up.
Hindley run second?
I only got second. Yeah,
Yeah,
was
so
that
I was,
your pick?
Yeah, I was in
Oh,
Wait
good
a
yeah.
shape.
minute.
How were my
No,
picks?
you didn't have Hearn. You had Phelps and Hindley.
You sure? I think you wrote it wrong.
No, he doesn't write it down wrong. He's pretty
I'm
good.
done. No, I'm still going back with I had Hearn.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that the one? I'm not going to pick Hearn because I don't want to curse him.
Right.
Ergo.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
picked Bobby Barron, and that didn't go well. That was over about lap 70.
Under caution, I'm sure.
Yeah, and
I had Friesen and Shepard,
so you were right on Saturday night. Yeah.
but I was wrong on the.
Shepard broke,
200.
what did he break, a rear axle or something? Who did I have? I had Barron, and who was my other pick?
You had Varon and Weaver.
Weaver. That was 5 Mile Point.
Oh,
Yeah, we picked for 5 Mile Point. That's what the second pick is. Yeah.
Jeffers winning that one Saturday.
You think so? Okay.
all right. Thanks a lot.
All right.
How'd my picks do at Orange County?
You didn't have any.
Yeah, you didn't have any. They were eating soup.
Oh,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I wasn't here.
Your picks all wrecked early and went to the
Yeah.
holler to eat soup.
Yeah. You were the Hard Luck Award winner, first car out. That was your pick.
French onion.
Oh, I didn't know the real
I
deal.
love French
Don O'Neill
onion.
is there.
Too late.
All right.
Hedge bet.
We're good.
Wow.
Troyer said he'll take the field fillers from CMP.
God knows there's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Nobody picked Danny Johnson. Nope. Don O'Neill. Yeah, I like him too. The real deal.
Yeah, how
They'll
about
play
David
one
Johnson
down
in, in a Mike Payne car? What's up with
Yeah,
that?
but what is it?
That'll
It's a
be,
paint car,
Like a
but Chrysler's
conglomeration
motor.
with,
Or
It's
Randy
Chrysler
Chrysler.
and
Yeah,
it's
Mike Payne.
Chrysler's motor, Payne's car,
Okay.
and don't plan on seeing that next year.
Who
It
knows?
says Page
It's
trucking
po-
in the car too.
It's possible.
Yeah.
No, it's one of Mike Payne's cars, but and Mike Payne works with Chrysler
Right.
pretty close, but I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to see the Doc back in that ride
So what do we at?
locally, but
So that's it. We done.
Hour and a half. Yeah. I
So,
think
ladies
we
and
got it.
gentlemen, that concludes our broadcast day.
Yes, that concludes our broadcast day. Pat, thanks for coming out. Hope to see you again. John,
Hey, thanks, guys.
I'm glad we could supply some internet service for you so you could watch that race over there.
I would have been doing it at home if I
It
wasn't
was
here.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, no
that's-
kidding.
That's what we assumed. And then Rich made the trip out. I got your head out in the car. For Mike, I'm Chris. That's going to do it for this edition of the 31st Lap. Thanks for joining us, and we're going to see you right back here again in 2 weeks on the 21st for episode number 96.